Right now, let's go to Sky Action News Jax for a live look over the cargo ship capsized off our coast in the St. Simons Sound. This afternoon, the Coast Guard announced it does not have a timeline of when they will be able to remove the massive ship, perhaps months. I'm John Bachman.
I'm Tanika Hughes. We brought you that press conference live on air and online at 3:30 today. So let's get you caught up now with the very latest. Just before 5, we learned that all 4 men who were trapped in the ship for more than 30 hours are now out of the hospital. We've also learned that the family of the men arrived from Korea today to be with them. And the Coast Guard says they have a, quote, aggressive goal. They're trying to open the port at least temporarily by Thursday.
Yeah, Action News Jax is continuing our live team coverage for a third day now. We begin with Action News Jax Ben Becker live at the St. Simons Island Pier. Ben, officials are concerned about pollution.
John, it's absolutely right. You know, you mentioned the timeline. Okay, this isn't something we're talking about days. We're talking maybe weeks or months before this ship behind me is finally moved out of the channel. In the meantime, the concern, of course, is any kind of oil that can leak out of it. The water around the Golden Ray sits calm, but Coast Guard officials are unsure of how to prepare for any calamity.
But I'll be completely honest, we don't have all the answers right now.
The Coast Guard says it's more concerned about the fuel in the ship than the fuel in the 4,000 submerged vehicles. The pollution release so far is limited in scope, but teams of crews are at the ready.
There's a lot of moving parts to this.
Chris Graff is with Gallagher Marine Systems of New Jersey. It's been hired by the ship's owner to oversee the environmental and salvage operation. According to its website, Gallagher has responded to a majority of the significant incidents in the U.S. and around the world for decades.
It's not as easy as people might think. It's not like a tank rollover truck on the side of the road.
You can see crews with multiple companies at a staging area unloading what I'm told is absorbent foam. It's designed to be put in the water and soak up any black gold, that's oil, that could leak from the Golden Ray.
The challenge we have that people don't realize in this area is it's a current. And no matter how many slices of boom you put out, if the current's going over or not, you're going to have what we call entrainment, which means oil will hit it and it'll move underneath it.
A lot of challenges out here. Now, the Golden Ray weighs 142 million pounds, about 142 million pounds. That's about the weight of the Washington Monument. But getting this thing out of the water is going to be a lot more difficult than chopping down a cherry tree. Now back to Tanika and Mike in the studio with more on the currents.